Hey, Jeremy here from LATT SEO, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get immediate SEO rankings if you nail these three optimization factors. And those are the SEO page title, the URL, and content on the page itself. So first I'll go through some definitions here just to make sure we're on the same page with everything, and then we'll go into some examples and results of what this looks like when it's actually done correctly. So the first is the SEO page title. And this is the first piece of information a search engine uses to determine what a page is about. And it is the most important factor to optimize correctly for the keyword or phrase you want to optimize for, or rank for, I should say. The URL, the importance here is having a descriptive and optimized URL allows search engines to associate the title with the URL, making it easier for you to rank. And incorrect optimization between the title and URL can make it more difficult to rank. And then content. Search engines get clues about what a site should rank for by reading and analyzing content on the page or on the site. So without having keywords in the title, the URL, or the content, it will be nearly impossible to rank for that keyword. So a couple of examples here just to explain a little bit about what's going on here and what I'm talking about. So this tool's in here, or this tool here is called Ahrefs, and the blue text here at the top is the SEO page title. So in this case here is best organic coffee brands. This one here is buy fair trade organic coffee online, organic whole bean coffee, and so on. The URL is this green part at the bottom here, and that's the URL structure. So it's website.com/collection/product name or collection name, whatever the URL structure is there. And then the content, if we look at one of these examples here, we'll look at Purity Coffee because they actually have some content on the page here. So if you scroll down here, they have a lot of content about the collection here. And in a number of my videos, I've recommended to have content on the collection pages because it can, again, make it easier for search engines to associate this content and build in additional keywords and phrases to optimize for and rank for more keywords to get more traffic. So you can see here they have a lot of content on this page, and I guess a lot is relative. They have some content on this page, and they have internal links to the various collections here, and they have additional keywords and phrases in here that they can get traffic from. So those are all important factors from an SEO perspective to make sure you have optimized correctly. Now, what does this look like when it's done correctly? So here are some rankings charts of client sites that I've actually worked on, and I'll just go through these quickly here. This chart here shows a keyword that went from number 15, and then we optimized it, and Google, as you may know, takes some time to index and update changes, and now we are sitting at number 1 for this key phrase here. And then this one here, this content did not exist on the site, so we did keyword research, figured out the best keyword, and built that content, made sure the title, the URL, and the content was all optimized. So it went from nowhere to immediately number 2 on page 1, and then bouncing up to between 2 and 1, and now we're sitting at number 1. Another example, same thing here, from nowhere on the internet to number 2, and then testing between 1 and 2 here. This one is a little bit more competitive. So there is a caveat with this info here is for competitive keywords and phrases, just because you have an optimized title, an optimized URL, and content on the page does not mean you're going to immediately rank at number 1. And you will more likely see something like this growth here if it is a more competitive term and if your site is not as strong as some of the competitors. So this one, same thing here, non-existent at all. Initially some bouncing and testing here, tested up near number 20, and now we are toward the middle of page 2 here for this key phrase. Similar here, nowhere on the internet, immediately tested at number 7, and then a little bit of bouncing here, but we are sitting between number 6 and number 7 for this key phrase right now. Another example here from nowhere, immediately testing middle of page 2, some testing toward the middle of page 2, and now we are at number 4 for about the past 6 weeks or so. Another example, nowhere on the internet, immediately onto page 2, and slowly over time moving up, and say slowly, it's less than 2 months, moving up over into near the top of page 2. And then this one is a much more competitive term. This was just the on-page optimization factors I mentioned. And so this page was initially ranking in about page 3, about number 30 or so. And as soon as the optimization changes were updated on the page here, you can see this jump here from about 25-ish to 11-ish, number 10, and then some testing up to the middle of page 1, and then we did, again, no link building here. This was just the content on the page itself, and then we bounced back down and then slowly uptrending over time and sitting now back at the middle of page 1, up as high as number 4 for this key phrase. So this is the value of doing this correctly and making sure those three elements are absolutely dialed in. Now, how can you implement this, and how do we implement this? There are a couple different ways to do this, or a couple different factors, I should say, that are important for this. The first is keyword research. You need to make sure that you're focusing on and optimized for the best keywords from a traffic perspective and also from a competition perspective. So research keywords that would make sense for you to rank for. And these could be keywords that you optimize for your collections, your products, blog posts, other content on your site. But whatever the case is, the keyword research process needs to come first so you know what you should be ranking for. And then step 2 is to, if the page already exists, add the keyword that you researched and figured out to the title, the URL, and or the content. And this probably should say and the content. There we go. And then if the page does not exist, create it and optimize it. So those are the 3 main factors to make sure you have optimized for that can impact immediate rankings. And if you are working on other optimization factors on the site, there are a number of other factors to work to improve if you're focusing on page SEO. And just to give you a quick highlight, here are some of the other factors that you should make sure are optimized correctly. And these would be things like the description, which kind of goes with the title, H2 to H6, which is in the content, canonicals, redirects, 404 errors, and making sure you don't have those or that they're cleaned up correctly, sitemaps, crawl depth, site speed, internal linking, which is within the content as well, image optimization, keyword mapping, which kind of goes with content and keyword research, and broken links, making sure those are fixed and cleaned up as well. So there are a lot of other factors that can impact your rankings, and having these all dialed in will make it easier for you to rank as well. But just wanted to share with you the findings and results from making sure you have at least title, the URL structure, and your content optimized correctly for the keyword you want to rank for, and that will put you in a good spot to rank. So hopefully this video gave you some value, provided some insight as to what's going on and how you can build and optimize your site better for keywords and phrases you want to rank for. And that's it. See you in the next one.